So I welcome everyone officially now, and thank you for taking out this time for this important and urgent thing. I think for us it's important. That's why we are here. So how I thought we can take forward today's session is just an idea. So we can just to there is a kind of a seeking within me to make this as practical as possible because theories we have many. We have philosophies, many, countless number of books we have read, all philosophies and everything. The problem, the kind of the bridge that we want to make here using Kabirji's words is to how to make it really a kind of a living thing for us, how to make it life itself. And that we'll only be able to do if we first give it a chance, and second, if there is a willingness in us to understand what is the kind of things beyond the words, what is what is happening beyond the words. So just to kind of shed that veil of the words and go beyond the words. So that is a prayer with which I am starting today, and that is why I requested on the poster which I shared with everyone that it will be so nice if some of us can bring some dohas which resonate with us in our daily lives. So talking about myself, sometimes I feel that in my sleep I just kind of get up with a doha so that it just comes up through the day to day activities. So something which is alive for us, something which has helped us in our life and still helping, and how Kabir's words can become more practical, more relevant, how to relate with it day to day happenings in life. So that is what I am really mostly looking forward to. So with this, I would in a don't kind of devote the first half of just a second. There is a person who wants to join. So the idea, I thought that the first half an hour, we'll devote to all of you who have joined, how you resonate with Kabir. So one by one, each of us can unmute themselves and share. I don't think video would be needed because then we focus more on the spoken word. So all of us are here to listen to those experiences, why Kabir is so important and why you are seeking to understand Kabir, or why how it has helped you, for example. So with this, and after that, the half an hour, I'll give to the PDF, the document that I have prepared, in which I'll be sharing a few dohas and their practical significance in their life, for me personally. So with this, I really invite you, and one by one, you can just type your name in the chat window. I can call out the name so that there is no confusion, no two people are speaking at once. And then whenever you are ready to share, we can one by one unmute and share. So really, it's your platform for now, and please come forward and introduce and share how Kabir is relevant for you. So if you give me the chance, I can just speak for 2 hours. So go ahead and just unmute and say something.
So, may I start, Monica? This is Priyanka this side.
Please go ahead. Go ahead, Priyanka. Yeah.
Okay, so I would say that I'm just a beginner for this immense pool of knowledge. I'm still a seeker, and I got introduced to Kabir through Monica just almost 5 to 6 months back. Um, the only thing that I would say right now is that earlier I just knew Kabir as a very very fancy name, which a lot of my friends and couple of my relatives had for their child. I think it came from the Bollywood star, and I don't think people knew what exactly Kabir is and what relevance he can hold, and how, and it is so deep, his thoughts, what he said, many uh, years back. And like I said in the beginning, I'm still a seeker. So the only thing that I've learned as of now is that there is a lot more beyond. Kabir is just a name. And I would like to know more during this session. Thank you.
Thanks, Priyanka. Is there any doha that resonates and would you like to share with all of us, Priyanka?
Honestly, right now, I like I said, I'm still learning a lot more. So maybe for next time, if that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Sure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for sharing. Yeah. So Mandeep has just joined. Mandeep, what we are doing is the first half we are taking for our journeys with Kabir. So how Kabir is important for you, how Kabir is relevant for you in your life, and if you'd like to share that, yeah, yeah, Tharu, please. So Mandeep, after that, after people are done with sharing, then after that I'll take up some dohas and share. When are we starting? Preeti, we have already started. So Taru, maybe you can go ahead next. You have to press on join call. Okay, so Preeti is not okay. Thanks, Taru. So Preeti just joined the call. I hope you are on the call. Oh, hi Preeti. I thought you were listening to us. Some
And
confusion.
so I'll start. Basically, for me, I think the one thing that really pulls me toward Kabirji is that the simplicity with which he states, like, the hard facts of life, like the things we are so adept at ignoring. And he just says them outrightly in such a simple way that, you cannot ignore, and it's mostly like a slap on the face. I mean, if you want to take it that way, and it's really hard to ignore that once you know the way he simply puts it. So I think that's one thing that I find really attractive about Kabir, and how he kind of very easily, if you allow his dohas and couplets, how easily they can flow in your life and make your lives flow rather than crawl or walk. But again, it all depends on your sincerity with which you can apply it in your life or not. And that's about it.
Taru, would you like to share any particular couplets that resonate with you or that you keep reminding yourself of?
I think that it's like I because of you especially, I have heard so many of them, but like one couplet that I've kind of grown up hearing is always kind of on my mind. I mean, I'm still nowhere near it, but still I love it. That जहाँ मिटी चिंता मिटी मनवा बेपरवाह जिसको कुछ नहीं चाहिए वह शहंशाह. Kind of like seems like an ultimate state, like not wanting anything.
Beautiful.
So yeah, that's the one I always kind of keep hearing here and there. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
And would Soham like to share some Kabir couplet? Or
I'm
Bhajan?
I'm wearing headphones. I told him not to talk, but yeah, so
Ask
he's not
if
be
you
able
if
to
you
hear
like.
what we are saying.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
So anyone else? So we are just sharing how Kabir is important or relevant or how we are attracted towards Kabir in our own life. So anyone wants to go next? Priyanka has shared, Taru has shared. Preeti, would you like to share why you are attracted to Kabir's words and how resonating they are? Why are they important for you? Okay, Preeti, I think Preeti can't listen me. Uh, Sunita ji is here with us. So, सुनीता जी वुड यू लाइक टू शेयर कबीर आपके लिए क्या महत्व रखता है और क्यों आप इसकी तरफ खिंचती हैं कबीर की तरफ. Okay. So it seems that not many of us are listening. Akashi, Mandeep, anyone, you know?
I'll go. I'll go. I'm Mandeep.
Hi, Mandeep. Yeah.
Hi. So, I remember reading about Kabir when I was growing up because it was part of the syllabus, and my mom used to teach the dohas and all. And then, obviously, as I grew up, there was a phase, when I forgot about reading Hindi scriptures and poetry. And then, yes, a friend of mine gifted me a book of Kabir dohas, and the whole childhood scenario where my mother would explain the dohas came back. Um, so I would simply, I mean, for me, Kabir has been an incoming and outgoing influence. Like, not always. I'm in touch with this energy, but when it comes, I think it just very touching and soothing because I find it very blunt and to the point. There's nothing that's hidden, or it is like Mati kahe Kumar ko. It's that on the face. So
Yeah.
that's my link with Kabir, I would say. So when I saw this, I was a bit
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah. So you like that, confrontation, like, face to face, and no parda in between, that is what kind of attracts
Yes,
you as well.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I don't have to interpret it. It is right there. It's so simple
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to the point that either you are, or for me, I have to, uh, it gets you into a reflective mode. You can't argue
Hmm.
with it. It's just
Beautiful.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. So true. So true. So, thank you, Mandeep, for sharing. And I think now I'll have to pick up names because I know all of you. So I'll pick up names. Yogesh ji, why don't you go ahead next? Unmute yourself and
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, friends. I'm like first time coming in the group. I was connected with Kabir by my father many, many years back. For some reason, in madness for professional life, I forgot everything. And it is so pleasure that my two daughters connected me with Kabir in about last 1 year. So just little here and there, I have seen some programs of Kabir. I have attended some programs in Bombay about Kabir. And incidentally, I just got connected to Monica just about a month back. So I'm say, and I always believe I'm a student of life. So I'm learning. And one of the things that Kabir attracts me is बुरा जो देखा न मैं चला बुरा न मिलियो कोई जब अपने आप में झांका तो I believe I'm in a journey of cleansing myself. So that's point Kabir attracts me, and I love to go more deeper in that. And I'm on a journey to deepen myself. So I'm sure friends like you will help me in that journey.
Beautiful. How beautiful. Thank you so much, Yogesh ji. We are all on this journey. Thank you. Yeah. Reggie, I'm picking you up next. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Of course,
Come
I'm
out
here.
from your ghost mode.
Oh no, I'm there. I'm pretty much a ghost in all your calls, right? So, how can I be a ghost? I'm a
Yeah.
shadow now.
Real
Um,
ghost. Yeah.
real ghost. So I have to admit I know nothing about Kabir. I've hardly even heard about him before you mentioned him to me. In fact, what has kept me going is the fact that ever since you added me to the group, so I'm trying to live life very intuitively now, more intuitively than the past. The last 2 years have been quite intuitive. And what's happening is everything, whenever there's a new posting that you put, always almost syncs with something that's happening in my life at that point, which has been happening for some time now. So even yesterday, I think and it's also more about the group. So yesterday you shared one excerpt from Mother and one from Kabir, and they both made a lot of sense because I was having a fight with, not fight, like I was having an argument with mom or something, and there was one post where you shared about being away from loved ones, but the essence was why that disconnection in a way is not such a bad thing, and it can be a blessing in disguise. And then there was also one from Kabir where, talking, it's you only need to talk as much as required, which is also added into that discussion yesterday. So it was very apt again, and this has been happening every day. And so I think it's just a very timely reminder of what we should be looking at, what is the most important thing, rather than just looking at the external circumstances and getting affected. And so it's like a reminder that comes every day, based on different situations and circumstances we're facing, and that's what I've been experiencing through that. And I think the one that's kicked me off was the one you sent me personally once, where I wrote a bunch of text and I sent it to you, regarding how we just judge ourselves based on strength and weaknesses, and then we just revolve in pain and suffering all the time, and
Yeah.
why we need to look beyond that. That is one of my favorites, because that kind of encompasses the entire essence of his doas.
Would you like to
So
share that doha? Do you remember that?
no, I don't remember that. I have that write up I sent you. I don't remember
Okay.
where the yeah.
Okay.
I only have that write up.
Mm, let me bring it out because I think it will be nice to hear it from you. Uh, so I'm sharing. Okay, I think I can't find it right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, got it.
Right.
So this one is काल चक्र चक्की चले बहु दिवस और रात सगुन अगुन दौ पाटला तामे जीव पिसाद. So it says that that the the kind of loop of time goes on, the chakra of time
Correct.
goes on, and it goes on day and night, and the jeev, the living being, the organism, gets kind of crushed in between the qualities and the non-qualities, the sagun or agun. So as you said very rightly, that we kind of we kind of judge ourselves, what are the qualities I have, so
Right.
constantly keep on making images about ourselves.
Right.
These are the qualities I have, these are the weaknesses I have. And the problem with this is not that we are observing. Observation is never a problem. The problem is that when we make it stagnant, that this is how I am, this is how weak I am, this is how strong I am. And because of that, it crushes us. Why it crushes us? Because that is not our nature. Stagnancy is not our nature. Oneness, fullness is our nature. So if we limit ourselves in boundaries, we definitely will get crushed, just like Kabir says, observes, in this doha very rightly.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So the more fluid we can, the more kind of flexible we can be in our life, the more kind of progressive, leaving behind all the strengths and weaknesses and picking up new, and then becoming newborn again. So that is our nature, this fluidity is our nature. And very rightly, when I was making this poster, and when the sound of the water began to come, it gave me really such a nice feeling, because this is what Kabir is. It's like a behta darya, and you can pick up any doha anytime, and it'll just bring you from all the external situation, from all that to a within state, a kind of an inner poise, if I can say, a reflective state, as some of you mentioned.
Yeah.
And there is so much work kind of waiting for us within our own being, and it really helps. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It does, and you're right about the reflection part, because I ended up writing quite a bit based on that one, though, just by reflecting on that one piece. So it does put you in a reflective zone, and you can go as deep as you want and come up with more and more every time you
True,
go into it.
true, true,
So yeah,
true.
I think it's
Beautiful. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Reggie.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You have the tech. Okay, I shared it with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to share it?
Where? Here?
You want to share the thing that you wrote on it?
Sure. Where do I share it? With? Do you
So
have
you
it? Or
share
should
it. So yeah, I have it, but so shall I send it to you and then you will have it?
No, I have it. I have it somewhere here. So you want me to send it on this group? Where do you
Yes,
want me?
why not? You can send it on the chat window and then we can all kind of go through it at our own pace. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'll just send it. Yeah, sure.
So Reggie is sharing on the chat window what he, a reflection that he wrote on the same Doha that I just kind of shared with you. Okay, so who else is left? Nobody else. Okay, so it's my turn. So just feel free to interrupt anytime and share or any extend the explanation whatever is going through. Sunita ji, you are back. I see you now. Would you like to share how Kabir is important for you?
मैं सिर्फ उसके एक ही दोहे से कनेक्टेड हूँ जो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है।
जी।
ज्यों की त्यों धर दीनी चुनरिया। तो
हाँ।
मैं उसके बारे में अगर आप चर्चा करें बाद में जब भी आप शुरू करें
हाँ
तो
जी।
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा।
तो आप कुछ हल्का सा उसके ऊपर शुरू कीजिए फिर हम बात करते हैं।
मैं तो सिर्फ यही कहना चाहती हूँ कि इतने बरस हमने अपनी ज़िंदगी के बिता दिए पर शायद हम जो चुनरिया हमें मिली है उसका यूज़ करना अभी तक नहीं सीखे हैं। बस यही मेरे तो यही विचार हैं। तो सोचती हूँ कि अब जब समझे हैं तब शायद उसको थोड़ा सा ढंग से हम चुनरिया को साफ रखने की कोशिश करें।
बहुत सुंदर, बहुत सुंदर। या थैंक यू। सो या बिल्कुल आपने सही शुरुआत दी है इसको, क्योंकि जो मुझे लगता है जो इसके पीछे की बात है, जो वन लेयर, अगेन वी कैन नॉट टच ऑल द लेयर्स, आई एम श्योर देयर आर सो मेनी लेयर्स इन एवरी दोहा that it's impossible to fathom the depths in each conversation. So we'll touch a little bit on this thing that Sunita ji shared. दास कबीर ने युक्ति से ओढ़ी, दास कबीर ने जतन से ओढ़ी, ज्यों की त्यों धर दीनी चदरिया झीनी रे झीनी। सो इसमें कहना ये चाह रहे हैं कि जो ये चादर, जो ये बॉडी माइंड फीलिंग रूपी इंस्ट्रूमेंट हमें मिला है, द प्रेशियस ह्यूमन लाइफ दैट वी हैव गॉट, नाउ दिस एक्चुअली इज सपोज्ड टू बी अ इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ द डिवाइन. The divine is supposed to reflect through this curtain. Now imagine that there is a curtain in your room and it's a very thick curtain and there is a lot of sunlight coming out of out of the sun. It's the balcony is completely okay. No, Sunita ji, we were able to hear you, so yeah. So the balcony is full of light, but this parda that is coming in between is blocking most of the light. So this is how our ego, our identities that we hold on to, our beliefs that we hold on to so strongly, this is how it becomes like a solid wall between the divine sun and myself. So that wall is nothing but myself, as if I am the biggest obstacle in my life. So what Sunita ji was referring to कि कैसे अपने आप को अच्छे से यूज किया जाए। अभी तक हमें पता ही नहीं कि ये चदरिया का इस्तेमाल क्या है। बहुत सुंदर है, अगर हमें ये पता लग जाए कि चदरिया का मुझे यूज नहीं पता, मुझे लगता है that is a very very good beginning, because only then one can begin to seek and learn. Before that we think that I know what I'm doing with life. So if I'm on my knees now and if I'm ready to look at my futility of efforts, ready to know that yes, I am failing in life and I want to succeed, there is a will to have a beautiful life also, then only then Kabir's words come to the rescue. And Kabir is saying कि कबीर ने ऐसे नहीं कि effortlessly ओढ़ ली है चदरिया, कबीर ने बड़ी युक्ति से ओढ़ी, कबीर ने बहुत जतन से ओढ़ी. It requires a lot of effort to be constantly observant to your movements day in and day out, whether you are sleeping, waking, talking to a friend, working, engaging in conversations. It requires a lot of effort. And it's not that we are not putting effort. We are putting effort, but we are putting efforts in proving our ego, in feeding the ego. Now what we are doing using Kabir's words is we are putting effort in taking away the support from the ego. Because I want this curtain to be as delicate as Kabir had. I want to have this curtain of my ego, my personality, as delicate as Jina, as as kind of light, so that all the sunlight passes through it unmistakably. And that is how surrender again comes into picture, and that is how we become, that parda now has become an instrument of the sun, so that it can shine within our being. So अगर हमें ये चदरिया की वैल्यू धीरे धीरे करनी पता लग रही है और हम जानना चाहते हैं कि कैसे इसको इस्तेमाल किया जाए, आई हैड शेयर्ड अ ब्लॉग जिसमें मैंने ये शेयर किया था कि मुझे लगता है कि हमने अपने आप को डिवाइन से चुरा लिया है, हमने अपने आप को ना छुपा के रख दिया है एक कोने में. तो हमें करना क्या है, हमें अपने आप को, सो इमेजिन, आई विल जस्ट शेयर फॉर दोज ऑफ अस हु आर न्यू हियर फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. हमने इमेजिन कीजिए कि हम एक चोर हैं और हमने एक बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वॉच एक सेठ से चुरा ली है, और अब मेरे हाथ में वो वॉच है एंड आई हैव नो आइडिया व्हाट इट्स फंक्शंस आर. I have no idea where is the compass, where is the the time function, where is the light gets on. All these functions I have no idea, but the functions are there in the instrument. Now only the Seth knows how to use this instrument well. So the best I can do is to surrender to the Seth that yes, मैंने चोरी करी, and give it back, because you know the best, it's your instrument. And once the ghadi is back in the hands of the Seth, only then it can be utilized purposefully, because he knows which part functions what way, where is the mitti to be cleaned, where is the battery to be put, he knows. So this is our condition, that we have in our trap of ego, in the cage of ego, we have begin to hide ourselves from the divine. So the easiest way how to give back ourselves to the divine, to the Seth, so that this chadariya can be used fully, can be utilized fully, the purpose that I am born for, is to give yourself to the divine. Now one can question, how to give myself back to the divine? I don't know. Tell me a method. So one method is, which I share with most of you, is show. So you have a faith that there is divine everywhere and it is watching you. The divine presence is watching you. Now it can be mother, it can be Kabir, it can be any guru that you want to have in your life. Now what I do is, the moment I see there is a tendency rising up in me, the moment I see there is a resistance rising up in me, now for that I have to be very, very vigilant to my movements. The moment I see that I am acting according to my old patterns and behaviors and it is not suiting me, I don't want to act that way, you show it to the mother. You say silently to the mother, mother, look, this is what comes up again and again. Or any guru, divine, divine, please see, this is what comes up again and again, and I get pulled and I act accordingly, and then I becomes really stressed. This is how you reveal yourself to the divine, the parts you have been hiding. And now धीरे धीरे क्या हो रहा है, चदरिया जो है वो ओपन हो रही है. अब जो उसके ब्लॉक्स थे, मैल जमी हुई जो थी, अब आप उसको मौका दे रहे हैं कि वो ओपन में आए और वो और झीनी हो जाए और डेलिकेट हो जाए, so that the divine light can shine through it and upon it. So that is just one way. Again, I'm sure there must be many ways to tell this. That is just one way to explain this. And before I pick up the dohas that I have kind of prepared for sharing with you, I would like Preeti, if Preeti is listening to us, Preeti, would you like to share why Kabir is so important, and why do you get kind of attracted? So Preeti is not there. Okay. Finally. I think she's either half here and half there. So I'll just let another member in, and then I will begin to share that document that I have prepared. Preeti, are you there?
Can I come in?
Who's that? Akash? Yeah, sure. Why not? You don't have to ask, please. Yeah.
Okay, for me, if I कबीर जी के बारे में पता तो काफ़ी कुछ चीज़ें हैं. 2-3 दुआएं हैं, you know, which practically is not existing in the country and even the worldwide. One such dua is a very simple dua, that is, जन्म है दे ना बारंबार तरुवर जो पत्ता झड़े बहुरी ना लागे डाल. Now, this is there that we get the मनुष्य जन्म बहुत मुश्किल से मिलता है, मानव शरीर बार बार नहीं मिलता है. In the current context of our lives, there is a universal theory which adopted, is that there is one life and one death, and then it's a curtain and it's finished. And amidst this particular one janam, whatever we get, we tend to do everything, good or bad things in our lives, and we have it कि okay fine, जो करना है मजे करने हैं कर लो, अच्छा करना है कर लो, बुरा करना है कर लो, इसके बाद तो मर जाना और फिर कुछ होना नहीं है. And we don't realize that that's not the reality. We've got this human जो हमें जन्म मिला है, वो कुछ और करने के लिए मिला है, वो एक वेस्ट करने के लिए नहीं मिला है. But we seldom, or very few people on earth actually realize this. And this one life, one death belief is across the planet. If you talk to different people, Western and different other Asians or Americans, it's सर्वव्यापी है कि एक बार जन्म लिया है और फिर सब फिनिश हो जाएगा. तो ये क्या स्पिरिचुअलिटी एंड अध्यात्म को बात करके क्या फायदा, डिजीजेस एंड हेल्थ एंड नेचर एंड एनवायरनमेंट, अल्टीमेटली थोड़े साल में मर ही जाना है. तो why, what is the use of talking all these good big spiritual stuff? ये कहीं पर इस दुए से आता है कि ये सत्य नहीं है. So this is what one of the thought which is there in me, कि why people are not able to adapt it into their lives. क्यों वो इससे दूर हैं और वो क्यों नहीं समझना चाहते हैं और क्यों ये भ्रमित हैं. This is what one very important part of, और भी 4-5 दुए हैं, लेकिन ये एक बहुत क्रिटिकल है आजकल के टाइम के हिसाब से कि ऐसा क्यों है. एंड आई वुड लाइक टू ask from you and others too, कि why this belief is there. Particularly doctors अगर कोई हो, they all say कि it is one life one death, जम के enjoy कर लो life में, but ये सत्य नहीं है.
So Akash ji, at this, thanks for sharing. I think it's important.
So this is what one thought which is there.
I would just like to kind of again extend you further on this. So I would like to ask you, so if there is no other person in this world, if it's only you, what is the interpretation that resonates with you right now? Would you like to share that?
I just got lost of last words. आपके आखिरी
I'm saying
few words I couldn't.
Yeah, I'll repeat it. I'm saying this doha that you took up, if imagine that there is no other person in the world, there are no more people in the world, it is only you that is concerned, then why is this doha relevant for you, and in what sense would you take that doha? Yeah.
No, I will take this in that particular perspective. It will be there fine. If you have personally, individually asked, I follow Jain religion. So my belief has been readily accepted. But okay, fine. I want to have this particular, मेरी जो आत्मा की journey है वो मोक्ष की तरफ है. That one belief is there. Now whether उसमें fulfillment होगा या नहीं होगा, कब होगा, कैसे होगा, उसके बारे में मुझे ज्ञात नहीं है.
और मोक्ष की क्या definition है?
Belief के लिए, core belief के लिए, मोक्ष की जो डेफिनेशन टेक्निकल है, या टेक्निकल डेफिनेशन ये है दैट आत्मा गेट्स completely detached from the birth and the death cycle of life, and it releases from this particular cycle of birth. फिर जन्म मरण नहीं होता है and फिर अब यहाँ से निकल. No, that's the technical definition of moksha.
What is moksha for you?
That is what the definition
for
is.
You?
नहीं, मोक्ष फॉर मी भी ऑब्वियसली एज आई टोल्ड यू कि ये टेक्निकल है तो मैं भी इसी में ही रखूंगा. नाउ अगेन इफ आई नॉट से व्हाट मोक्ष फॉर मी, It is the Adhyatmic journey. It's going to depth to your Atma, understanding to the core depth of it. And as I told you, okay, fine, liberation चूंकि एक जन्म में नहीं होगा, it will take several 100,000 years. So that belief which is there continuously कि मुझे अपने बुरे कर्म कम से कम करने हैं and अच्छे कर्म better से better करने हैं. बहुत practical, I can say in theology I can tell that कि मुझे अपने negatives को एकदम control करते हुए minimal तो extend कर देना है और positivity को एकदम ऊपर लेते हुए चले जाना है, जिसमें कि materialistic values धीरे धीरे एकदम शून्य पे आ जाए and आध्यात्मिक जर्नी जो है वो एकदम हाइट पे पहुंच जाए. So that's the definition as per me. This is not exactly definition of moksha, but that's my personal belief कि जो जर्नी जो चाहिए वो ये चाहिए. So yes, अब answers to all the life questions जब तक नहीं मिलेंगे, ये जर्नी या तो स्टार्ट नहीं होगी या ये जर्नी कभी कंक्लूड नहीं करेगी या कहीं भी पहुंचेगी नहीं. So you need to have the answers of the life. And majority of the people on earth, not just India, सबके में यही है कि they have huge amount of question and answers from life. चाहे वो divinity से concerned हो, चाहे वो nature से concerned हो, चाहे वो अपने soul से related हो, everyone have hundreds of millions of question and answers. अब वो जब तक नहीं पूरे होते हैं, the soul remain dissatisfied. And आज का भी ये session है, it is primarily to understand about कि life क्या है and दोहे के through हम उस life को समझना चाह रहे हैं. So ये बहुत important. वो Q&As of life हमारे किस लेवल पे हैं और हैं भी या नहीं है, या हम ब्रश असाइड कर रहे हैं. समथिंग लाइक यू सेड कि धूप आती है, रोक रहे हैं उसको. तो ज्ञान को हम लेना चाह रहे हैं, समझना चाह रहे हैं, या ज्ञान को हम चाह रहे हैं कि दूर हम खड़े रहे, आंख बंद कर लें, ध्यान कर लें और बाकी हमें ज्ञान नहीं चाहिए. तो वो तो शांति है, उससे ज्ञान नहीं मिलेगा. सो डू वी रियली इंटेंड टू हैव Q&As ऑफ लाइफ? अगर है तो हमें अपने आत्मा और अध्यात्म की तरफ जाना ही पड़ेगा, बिकॉज तभी वहां से सारे जवाब पुनः मिल जाएंगे. जैसे कबीर जी को मिले वैसे ही सबको मिलेंगे. लेकिन हम आत्मा में जाना चाहते नहीं है. सो दिस doer and all of other doers tell कि हम वो डिस्कशन में पढ़ना ही नहीं चाहते हैं, हम सुपरफिशियल रहना चाहते हैं. सुपरफिशियल जब तक रहेंगे तो वो हम, आई एम नॉट टेलिंग एनीथिंग डॉक्टर्स, बट मेडिकल फ्रेटर्निटी या फार्मेसी कंपनीज ये नहीं बता पाएंगे कि डेथ क्या है ह्यूमन सोल की, बिकॉज फॉर देम इट इज ओके फाइन, यू वर डेड एंड यू आर अलाइव एंड दैट्स इट, फिनिश. और लाइफ में तो उसके बियॉन्ड समझना है या नहीं समझना है, दैट इज व्हाट एवरी इंडिविजुअल हैज टू अंडरस्टैंड.
या थैंक यू आकाश जी फॉर शेयरिंग. या सो one thing I would like to share here, it may be just my personal idea and you're just free to kind of throw it away. I feel that this thing that we do in most of our conversations, we begin to kind of jump to other people very quickly. For example, if I'm discussing Kabir today, I think the most benefit, the maximum benefit that I can get from Kabir is when I keep Kabir limited, just very limited to my own self, my own movements, my own actions, my own behavior, my own way of living. I think we jump very, very quickly to what people are doing in the world, and there we have no, see, imagine a situation. It's a very practical thing. There are 4 people in my house and I see that I have no control whatsoever of what they want to do with their life. How can I even imagine or begin to imagine having control or having a want to control the people who are behaving in worldly affairs or what we see in the news and everything? So it's not that the intention is not right. The intention is that I want to see beauty everywhere, I want to see harmony everywhere. But the very fact that it begins with myself and ends in myself is something which I have to really keep sticking to, coming back to again and again, just like a honeybee comes back to his her chatta again and again. So this is the only thing I think that has really personally helped me a lot, and I'm sure many seekers who are here on this path for a long time now, they would agree to this, that just focusing solely on your own movements, on your own hidden kind of darknesses, shadows, the things that we act from, and taking rest everything external, even persons and people outside, as a signal to go deeper, जिस आत्मा की बात कर रहे थे अभी आकाश जी, to go deeper and touch that light within. I think if we can just stay there with that thought, it'll do us really a lot of good and save us from a lot of draining, of energy. So this is what I think. I think Kabir's dohas are very unlimited in nature, but then they have to be made kind of very limited, because I have to seek only for my personal life. How is it important? How is it able to transform my own personal life? Because imagine if there is a ocean, full of dirty water, and I begin to change each and every drop in the water. It is not going to work. I have to transform my own self. So Kabir's words, it's a prayer through this session, that Kabir's words, may they become more important and more relevant for us, for only as a human being how I want to live life. I have no control, and I should forget that I should be able to control anyone else outside. That is completely their own life journey, and I have no idea about it. So that should be, I think, the orientation, because others, the many masters have also kind of hinted at that, stay true to your path, what you are progressing, what you are seeking in your life. So again, it's a very interesting paradox. The more self-absorbed you become in this journey, the more helpful you become to other people in the life. So with that attitude, if we begin to take Kabir's dohas, I think they will reveal much more of themselves to us. That said, I will take the first doha that I have for you. So maybe rest
Monica,
of
may
us
I?
can. Yeah, sure. Who's that?
I'm so sorry. This is Preeti here.
Preeti. Yeah. We were waiting for you.
And I'm so sorry. I couldn't respond earlier.
Not at all.
But first, two things. Thank you for this lovely the, meetings where we can discuss such things. It's really lovely, and I really look forward. And I've been hearing, and so I resonate with Mandeep the way she also said that हमने बचपन में ये दोहे सुने हैं, स्कूल में करे थे, तब मीनिंग नहीं समझ आता था, फिर बड़े होके सुने, फिर उनका मीनिंग समझ आने लगा. So the one that it's been on and off with Kabir. I mean, it's not like I have been hearing him consistently or something. So the one that I resonate, or which is coming to my mind, is बड़ा हुआ तो क्या हुआ जैसे पेड़ खजूर, पंछी को छाया नहीं फल लागे अति दूर. And the beautiful meaning that it has, of course, it's very simple and one can understand it now. I mean, we all कि अपनी ईगो में मत रहो और अपने आप को बहुत बड़ा मत समझने लगो. So that's a beautiful reminder कि कुछ भी ना दे पाओ किसी को. So, and I think that would just make you a more humble person. So this is the one that kind of comes to me right now. And I hope you're able to listen to me, because today was the first time this session was breaking for me beach mein.
Yeah, we are able to hear you very
Okay,
clearly.
so
Go ahead, share one more.
One more. I don't know, Jagjit Singh ko suna hai ye dohe gaate hue, so that's another lovely singer who comes to my mind. But I'm not much of a singer, so but anyway, this was the one I wanted to share today.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah.
And please continue with these weekly or bi-weekly whenever we are able to do it. I'm just loving these sessions, and we all are so lucky people here and it's nice to see so many people who are evolving, who are trying to find their purpose of life, trying to know themselves better. Thank you all.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining, Preeti. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Okay, so if you give me permission, then I can begin with the few dohas, and feel free to just interject in between if you want to expand on the doha. If you have, if you have something which you really want to kind of share, you can either unmute yourself, raise your hand, and just, or maybe type in the chat window. All options are completely fine. So yeah, I'll begin with the first one. माला फेरत जुग भया, फिरा न मन का फेर, कर का मन का डार दे, मन का फेर. सो कबीर जी कह रहे हैं यहाँ पे कि ये जो बाहरी रिचुअल्स थे, बाहरी जो आडंबर थे, क्योंकि माला फेरना एक आउटवर्ड प्रक्रिया है, कबीर जी कह रहे हैं कि ये करते करते तो तेरा एक युग निकल गया, पूरी एक सदी निकल गई, लेकिन तेरा मन तो वैसे का वैसे ही है जैसा था, मन पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा। और मन कैसा था, हमारा मन कैसा होता है, हमारा मन आउटवर्डली भागता है। माइंड इज यूजुअली फुल ऑफ रबिश and it seeks for stuff outside of itself, you know, outside, bahar kuch milega. So there is a restless within, and the mind wants to complete that restlessness, or the ego again originating from the mind, by having a want that if I achieve this, then there will be peace in my life. तो ये माइंड की टेंडेंसी होती है, ये प्रक्रिया होती है, ये फेर होता है, जो माइंड का जो एक डायरेक्शन है वो यूजुअली आउटवर्डली रहती है। तो कबीर जी कह रहे हैं कि तूने इतनी माला फेर ली और तेरा जो मन का फेर है वो नहीं गया, मन फिरा नहीं, मन टर्न नहीं हुआ, माला के मन के टर्न होते रहे। कर का मन का डार दे, कर का मतलब हाथ का जो मन का है, हाथ से जो तू मन का कर रहा है, आउटवर्डली जो तू रिचुअल्स कर रहा है, कर का मन का डाल दे मतलब छोड़ दे, लेट इट गो। देयर इज नो यूज ऑफ दीज रिचुअल्स दैट यू आर डूइंग which are not able to transform your mind. What to do? Then Kabir ji says, man ka fer. So that man which is constantly running, constantly seeking outside, you know, कुछ मिलेगा जिससे मैं संभल जाऊंगा, उसका मन का फेर दे, मतलब जो आउटवर्ड डायरेक्शन है उसको इनवर्ट कर दे। तो जो सीकिंग तो बहुत बढ़िया है, तेरी इंटेंसिटी तो बहुत खूब है, उस इंटेंसिटी को तुझे अब विद इन ले आना है। जो आकाश जी ने बोला कि हमें आत्मा की सर्च में जाना है, हमने विद इन अपने डीपर होराइजन्स एक्सप्लोर करने हैं, क्योंकि जो असली लाइट है वो वहीं छुपी हुई है, असली कंप्लीशन, असली फुलनेस वहीं छुपा हुआ है। तो कबीर जी इसमें छोटे से देखिए 2 लाइन में हमें भेद बता रहे हैं कि मन का जो मन का है, मन की जो डायरेक्शन है वो फेर दे, उसको टर्न कर दे। और by nature, we have heard so many times, you know, by nature mind is kind of restless, but again one can say that actually it's not the nature of the mind. Mind is receptacle of divine grace, mind is receptacle of divine light and knowledge. But कबीर जब कहते हैं कि जतन करना पड़ता है, दिस इज द जतन, दैट आई हैव टू प्रिपेयर द माइंड टू रिसीव द डिवाइन लाइट एंड नॉलेज। यूजुअली इट्स फुल ऑफ स्टफ, सो जगह ही नहीं होती उसके अंदर डिवाइन लाइट आने की, भरा हुआ है उससे कि ताबड़तोड़ भरा हुआ है उसमें, मतलब सामान, जगह ही नहीं है, कुछ और आ ही नहीं सकता। सो कबीर जब कह रहे हैं कि मन का फेर दे, द reflective mode that you guys were talking of earlier, that Kabir's words put you into a reflective zone, that is what a golden word does. That is what company of sant and their words and good words, the words that really kind of work as a razor sharp to take you deeper within. And this is how you would kind of change your life, you will be able to transform your life. Because if man continues to be the same, no matter I may be engaged in 10,000 spiritual practices, it would not matter at all, it will still be a bahari adambar. So that is what Kabir is saying to us, that bahari adambaron ko chhod ke agar hum उसकी एक रिफ्लेक्टिव जोन में जाने की कोशिश करें, मन को टर्न कर दें। अब मन का टर्न होना एक वी कैन डिस्कस इट एट वेरियस लेवल्स। मन का टर्न होना इज अ ईगो नाउ हु इज रेडी टू विलफुली surrender to the divine, turn to the divine, that yes, I am ready to be your servant, make me worthy of it, prepare me. No matter whether you are taking a bath, you are eating, every time you are immersing yourself in that presence and saying make me ready, I want to be ready. So that is मन का फेरना, कि अब मुझे बाहरी चीजों से कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, मुझे अंदर ही अपने वो लाइट खोजनी है जिसकी बात की गई है। नेक्स्ट वन कबीर सेज, माया मरी न मन मरा, मरमर गए शरीर, आशा तृष्णा ना मरी, कह गए संत कबीर। तो अब ये हल्का सा मोक्ष पे भी टच कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, जैसा कि आकाश जी ने टच किया था अर्लियर, कि कह रहे हैं कि तुझे लगता है तेरे को मरने से मोक्ष प्राप्त हो जाएगा? कुछ नहीं होने वाला, कबीर जी कह रहे हैं इनडायरेक्टली कह रहे हैं ना माया मरती है. Now what is Maya? Again we can discuss like 3 hours on this Maya, but very shortly, because touching upon it is very important. Maya is anything that separates us from our divine essence. Mostly we term ego as Maya, because that curtain that I referred to in the beginning, the more thick it is as a veil in front of me and the divine, the more solid this me is in my life, the more Maya is in my life. So that is what Kabir is saying. Kabir is saying, माया मरी ना मन मरा. तुझे लगता है तेरी ईगो मर जाएगी, मरने से नहीं मरेगी. ना तेरा मन मरेगा. अगर मन की सीकिंग बाहरी ही है तो वो सीकिंग वैसी ही होगी. अगर अगला जन्म होना है बिल्कुल वैसी ही रहेगी सीकिंग. द सेम सीकिंग दैट यू हैव इन दिस लाइफ, the moment you die, it will continue. The soul continues the journey ahead. So Kabir is saying, if you want to really change something, then change the turning of the mind, change the transform the mind. Do effort in order to transform the mind. All the bahari effort that you are doing in order to set your life, in order to set people straight, in order to change the planet, obviously that could be done, that must be done, but that should just be one part of it. And even that, in the process that you are wanting to make a difference in the society, the main purpose of you should be the transformation of the mind towards the divine, towards its original source. तो ना माया मरेगी हमारे मरने से, ना हमारा मन मरेगा. मर गए शरीर तो कितने ही मर गए. the body that you are the earth that we are touching right now, the mud that is forming the walls of my house right now, it is full of ashes of people. Millions of centuries have passed and there are people and people and people, they are coming and going. So मर गए शरीर. आशा तृष्णा ना मरी. एक चीज जो भूत की तरह रहती है वो है आशा तृष्णा. The desires, the expectations, the demands, the wants, the passions, the questions, unresolved questions. These are the things, the thirsts that I have in my life. So these are the things which will not die. So Kabir is now indicating us towards the real moksha. Real moksha is not getting free of this body or changing the body. Real moksha is getting liberated from a want of being fulfilled, from a want of completing this incompletion. But having said that, in the beginning, all the desires will be there, and the desires just have to be turned towards the divine. Just like in the other doha, Kabir was saying कि अब मन का फेरा तो फिर भी चलेगा. अब मन का तूने फेर देना है और कर का मन का डाल देना है. तो आउटवर्डली एक्शन को आपने इनवर्डली बना देना है. आप कर रहे होंगे वही काम जो आप कल कर रहे थे, परसों कर रहे थे, बट उसमें आप एक अंदर ही एक इनर पॉइज में एब्जॉर्ब्ड हैं, एक डिविनिटी, एक अपने ही रसा में एब्जॉर्ब्ड हैं. उसको प्रोग्रेस की तरह ले रहे हैं. हर एक काम एक डिवाइन ऑफरिंग की तरह ले रहे हैं. एंड दैट इज हाउ ईच एंड एवरी मोमेंट कैन बी टर्न्ड टुवर्ड्स द डिवाइन. सो इन दिस वन कबीर सेज, अगर मारना ही है, अगर तुझे लिबरेट होना ही है, मोक्ष पाना ही है, तो तू आशा और तृष्णा से मोक्ष पा. शरीर का मोक्ष तेरे किसी काम का नहीं है, क्योंकि वो चक्कर फिर से शुरू हो जाएगा अगले जन्म में. Again, just requesting you, all of you, whenever you feel like sharing something, extending on something. Yeah, Akash.
Yeah, can I tell something?
Yes, please.
Okay, एक और बहुत important part है, with this Atma thing. हम बहुत बार जब rituals करते हैं life में, lot of people do all sort of rituals and we are accustomed to it. One साइंस, आध्यात्मिक साइंस जो हमें नहीं पता है, हमारे बहुत से गुरुओं ने हमें ठीक से नहीं बताया है, वो है हमारे उस वक्त के इमोशंस और उस वक्त के भाव. नाउ आई विल जस्ट एक्सप्लेन व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज़. मान लीजिए हम कोई किसी त्यौहार है और हम कोई दीप प्रज्वलित कर रहे हैं और बहुत घर में खुशी का माहौल है, हम फिर उसको मंदिर में लेके जा रहे हैं, पूजा अर्चना कर रहे हैं. नाउ द पार्ट विच इज़ ऑफ, आई डोंट नो कबीर के दोहे में भी कहीं है या नहीं है, जो मन की बात है कि अब आत्मा में अगर कॉन्शियसनेस हाई है और अगर हम बहुत कम रुपए में भी वो दीप लेके जा रहे हैं, पूजा अर्चना कर रहे हैं, हम एक छोटी सी झोपड़ी में क्यों ना है, अगर इमोशंस हमारे प्रॉपरली इंटैक्ट हैं और कंट्रोल्ड हैं, आत्मा में हायर कॉन्शियसनेस है, तो हम वो कितने मटीरियलिस्टिक तरीके से कर रहे हैं, दैट इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट. द इम्पॉर्टेंट इज द भाव, द भावना, द इमोशंस, वो कितने ज़्यादा प्योर हैं. तो समथिंग लाइक किसी ने सोने के दीपक में घी का दीपक जलाया, तो दैट माइट बी इमटेरियल फ्रॉम अ पर्सन जिसने 1 रुपए का एक दीपक खरीदा और उसको इतने भक्ति और मन से उसने भगवान के सामने जला के रखा. अब ये जो इसमें जो इमोशंस की प्योरिटी है, लॉट ऑफ पीपल समथिंग कमिंग इन बैकग्राउंड किसी के. हेलो,
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
ओके. सो वो जो इमोशंस और जो हमारी भावनाएं हैं, उनका कनेक्ट कई बार बहुत से लोग ये नहीं समझ पाते हैं कि जब रिचुअल्स करते हैं तो वो इमोशंस और भावना की कितनी वैल्यू है. उनका रहता है कि हम ये क्रिया कर्म कांड कर रहे हैं, दैट्स द लैंग्वेज व्हिच आई यूज. उस कर्म कांड को करते वक्त उन्हें लगता है, अनुभूति होती है कि हमने अपना कर्तव्य कर दिया, हमने अपना जो एजेंडा था वो पूरा कर दिया, गोल अकम्प्लिश हो गया, और अब हमें सारे सुख सुविधा वैभव वगैरह वट एवर विच भी मटेरियलिस्टिकली जो डिमांड करते हैं हम डिवाइन से या अपने मन से, वो हमें अब मिल जाएगा. उनसे जब ये पूछो कि आप डीपर थॉट में अंदर जाके मन से आपने जो काम किया, वो मन में इमोशंस आपस में सिंक थे या नहीं थे, एंड दैट इज द मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल विल टेल कि उनको तो रियलाइजेशन ही नहीं था कि ये इनका भी सिंक होना बहुत आवश्यक है, कि whether the atma and the kriya which we are doing, it has to have a emotional connect with it. जो भी बात कर रहे थे माला की, हम चाहें तो मन के अंदर भी माला फेर सकते हैं 108 बार, हमें जरूरी नहीं है कि हम वो हाथ में जाप लेके करें, लेकिन उसके करने के लिए आत्मा को हैज टू बी ऑन अ हायर कॉन्शियसनेस, एंड तब जाके वो जो रिचुअल कर रहे हैं वो आपस में अटैच होंगे, और तब जाके हमें उसका फल मिलेगा. जो बहुत से लोग कहते हैं हमें फल नहीं मिलता है, वो फल इसलिए नहीं मिलता है क्योंकि ये रिचुअल्स और वो आत्मा का कनेक्ट आपस में नहीं है, वो इमोशनल कनेक्ट आपस में एब्सेंट है, एंड वो कंटिन्यूसली हम रिचुअल्स में इतना ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं कि ये में थॉट प्रोसेस, इमोशंस, भावना, इनके बारे में हम बात ही नहीं करते, रियलाइज ही नहीं करते हैं इनफैक्ट, एंड बहुत ज़्यादा इसकी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. हम आत्मा की तो क्या इनफैक्ट इसको हम साइड ही कर दें एक बार, उसको तो हम रियलाइज ही नहीं कई बार कर पाते हैं, हम क्रियाओं में फंसकर इमोशंस को हैंडल नहीं कर पाते हैं, और फिर स्टेट ऑफ अटर कन्फ्यूजन आ जाता है. तो मान लीजिए बीमारी आती है या अप एंड डाउन्स आते हैं, उसमें तब और ज़्यादा केओटिक हो जाते हैं. अब ये प्योरिटी ऑफ थॉट्स एंड इमोशंस और ये भावना कैसे आए कि जब हम कोई पर्टिकुलर एक्ट कर रहे हैं तो वो आत्मा से भी कनेक्टेड है, इमोशन से भी कनेक्टेड है, और माइंड से भी कनेक्टेड है, एंड दिस इज व्हाट, तो यही मेरा कहने का मकसद था. ये एब्सेंट है ये करंटली, एंड इसको कैसे लोग जाने और पहचाने कि जिस वक्त हम क्रिया कांड कर रहे हैं उस वक्त कैसे वो प्योरिटी ऑफ इमोशंस को मेंटेन रखें, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और कहीं ना कहीं दोनों में वो बात छुपी हुई है.
बिल्कुल आकाश जी, या बिल्कुल, थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग. आई थिंक रेजी वांट्स टू शेयर समथिंग एज वेल. Before that, I'll just say that Kabir in fact has said a lot about bhav बिना भक्ति ना होए. So emotions yes are very very important कि किस भावना से आप वो रिचुअल कर रहे हैं, अदरवाइज वो सिर्फ एक बाहरी आडंबर बन के रह जाता है कि कहने को माला फिर गई, बट एक्चुअली में भावना प्रेजेंट नहीं थी. एंड थैंक यू फॉर टचिंग अपॉन दिस एस्पेक्ट, बिकॉज even Kabir's bhajans have said, you know, one of the bhajan says, तम तो चालो हमारा रा देश भाव नगरी. सो कबीर ने अपनी नगरी को बनाया है भाव नगरी, बिकॉज भाव के बिना भक्ति नहीं हो सकती. वन कैन नॉट बी विदाउट अ भाव, अ श्रद्धा भाव, यू नो, अ विलिंग, अ भाव ऑफ सरेंडर. विदाउट दैट even one cannot be with that atma or divinity that you are saying. It is not possible to go without bhavna there. So yes, yeah, thank you for sharing. Reggie, would you like to share something? I thought you were unmuting yourself.
No, I was just changing.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Reggie, are you wanting to share something?
Yeah, I think I have some network.
Sorry. some connection issue it seems. So anybody else on this? Yeah, Preeti?
No, I was just listening to Akashji, and it just took me back to um, I had live examples, my parents at home, and both doing their own thing and trying to be better human beings. Now, my father was very ritualistic, whereas my mother was not at all. My mother just believed in action, अपने काम करते जाओ पूरी मन से and सच्ची भावना से, whereas my father was a little more ritualistic, भजन सुनना, अगरबत्ती जलाना, but they are both like, in the end of the day, I was seeing that just wanting to be better human beings, not hurting anyone and just doing their duties. So it's all okay. I mean, I think each to his own. And then we also have this where Gita is a beautiful thing which tells us that just trying to becoming a better person or becoming more purer, divine, seeing the divinity. It could be through work, it could be through devotion, or it could be through knowledge, like जो तीनों हमारे योग हैं, ज्ञान योग, भक्ति योग और कर्म योग. So कोई भी direction पकड़ लें. So I think the idea is just to become better human beings, and things will follow. Just wanted to say that. Thanks.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. So Vidya has just joined, and I would like Vidya to maybe share her own connection with Kabir shortly, if she wants to. Vidya, maybe you can unmute yourself and share something how Kabir resonates for you.
Okay. Actually,
Just a bit louder.
okay. How Kabir resonates to me. My thing with Kabir was with, in Mirambika when the Kabir singers came, Shabnam Virani and, uh, Prahalad Tipania, the way they sang and the way their voice went into the air, it just got, and the way, they would allow the children to play with the manjira and tell the stories. So for me, as an experience, it was a huge thing. And then the Kabir's thing was about, when I was teaching my daughter Dohas, I started researching, and then I looked at all the metaphors that he was using. They were all common metaphors. And actually, it's a long, so that's how it struck me. So we listened to the songs, and I like the metaphors that he uses. The main thing is, with the Bhakti movement itself, for me, it's been a long journey. Not just Kabir. For me, I feel that, as a tradition, we've always protested when the earlier tradition became ossified and it became very ritualistic and, not working for everybody. We've always protested in India. But the protest tradition has been where the person protesting has become a, a embodiment of love, and then they sing and travel and be with people and whatever. So while change is happening, it's happening with a lot of love, and that's what strikes me. And then it's been a long journey, and I'll share as we go along, because then I went back and related to the Tamil Bhakti poets and the Kannada Bhakti poets, and um, and things like that. For me, it's still a process of discovery.
Great. Thank you so much, Vidya, for sharing this. And I think Himanshi ji has just joined. So I would also welcome Himanshi ji to share how Kabir is important or relevant in her life, and why is she attracted to Kabir at all. Himanshi ji.
Hello.
Hello, Himanshi ji.
Good afternoon. So actually, I have joined because I really like the way you explain Kabir, and I was attracted, but then I have not really read Kabir much, but I really understood and realized the relevance in the last session. So I was very much interested to hear about more about Kabir in this session today. So
Okay.
yeah.
Great. Thanks. So for those of us who are here for the first time, we have a little WhatsApp group called Kabir Dohas, where I keep on sharing a few Dohas and their interpretations. So if people are interested in this whole field, then they can just type their number on the chat window later on while leaving, while we'll close the session for today. And I'll be then adding you to the Kabir Dohas group if interested. Yeah. Thank you, Himanshi, for sharing. Yeah. So then I'll just continue with a couple of more Dohas. And what you can do is, again, as you are sharing very beautifully in between, giving it interesting angles. So it would be nice if you just unmute yourself or say something in the chat window, whatever theme is going on, just feel free to expand on it. So I think we have time a bit. I can take a couple of Dohas and then we can close the session later. Yeah. कस्तूरी कुंडल बसे मृग फिरे वन माही ऐसे घट घट राम हैं दुनिया जानत नाही. So obviously it's a very it's a very clear stark kind of a metaphor that Kabir uses here, and most of us I'm sure would resonate with the hint that it is he's wanting to give us कि जिस तरह से कस्तूरी मृग के नाभि में ही फ्रेग्रेंस होती है, बट वो उसको जगह जगह ढूंढता है कि पता नहीं कहाँ से आ रही है, पता नहीं कहाँ से आ रही है, आ तो रही है कहीं से, दैट काइंड. ऐसे घट घट राम है, ऐसे हर बाउंड्री, द मैटर इज कंपोज्ड ऑफ द डिवाइन मैटर. इन मैटर इवन अ स्टोन, दैट इज वाई मूर्ति पूजा को हमने इंडिया में जो महत्व दिया है, आई थिंक उसके पीछे भी जो भावना छुपी होगी. ऐसे घट घट राम है, ऐसा कोई बाउंड्री नहीं है, ऐसी कोई फॉर्म नहीं है. And that is why I think Mother Sri Aurobindo and the mother says that even things have energies, they are alive, they can talk. If you really are ready to listen, you will hear what a thing wants to say. ऐसे घट घट राम है दुनिया जानत नहीं. Now I would say again, I am very selfish. So I'll come back to my own life and I would relate it with that, because if I'm not able to transform my own life, then these dohas are not at all, beneficial for me. So for me, how it becomes relevant, the completion that I seek outside, the beauty that I seek outside, that is present within myself. Now it is a task for me, where within myself is it to be found? And this is where the journey towards the true soul, the true essence that we are, begins. Where is the light? Because I see only darkness in myself. So where is the light that Kabir is talking of? Kabir तो कह रहे हैं, बड़े आराम से कह गए, ऐसे घट घट राम है. उनको दिखे होंगे, मेरे को तो नहीं दिख रहे. Now this is the challenge which Kabir's Surma, Kabir's warrior picks up. That अभी नहीं दिख रहा, but कहीं ना कहीं मुझे पता है कि ये शब्द सच्चे हैं और कहीं ना कहीं ये इशारा कर रहे हैं जो मुझे अभी नहीं पता है, but पता चलेगा. Now this is what Kabir's Surma is, who is ready to walk this unknown path, which is not that unknown because so many people have hinted at it. Mirabai hinted at it, Tulsidas hinted at it, Upanishad Ved hinted at it, even present day contemporary mystics hint at it. What is present in me that is so full of light? Because I don't see any light in me. Or the other way also can be that I do see some hidden light in me, and I do see that somewhere it tries to kind of come out, and I want to kind of expand on it. That can be another level of taking it as well, because we all have that light wanting to shine through in some or the other way, some nook and corner wherever it finds a space. Now it is up to me to become sensitive to my own light and to kind of let it shine forth through me, the barrier that I am. So that is again Kabir's task, कि जो चदरिया है उसको और झीना करना है, और झीना करना है. The ego, the wall of the ego has to even become more and more delicate, as if it is not there, so that that divine light can now come through and shine through. So this is our fragrance, this is our divine fragrance that all of us have in our own unique way. So many billions of us, zillions of us, and everyone is so unique, you know, beautiful permutations and combinations, and that is the inner truth that has to shine through, that is waiting to shine through. और अगर वो बिगिन भी नहीं हुआ है अभी, तो जैसे कबीर के शब्दों में कि तुम्हारा मानुष जन्म बेकार है, क्योंकि तुमने वो किया नहीं जो जिसके लिए तुम पैदा हुए थे। तुम पैदा हुए थे कि तुम अपनी वो उन इनर ट्रुथ को, डिवाइन प्रेजेंस को अपने थ्रू जाने दो, उसको चमकने दो अपनी पर्सनालिटी के थ्रू। और तुमने अपने आप को इतना मोटा रोड़ा बना के रख दिया, इतना मोटा कर्टन बना के रख दिया कि वो बेचारी लाइट तो चमक रही है बट वो रोड़ा नहीं हट रहा सामने से। So the more sensitive we get to our own darknesses, to our own shadows, to our own limiting beliefs, the wall that I create in the name of this ego, the more sensitive then I become to this divine light present within, which is waiting to shine, you know, waiting to shine. Yeah. Now, touching upon a very, very important aspect, which I think a couple of you touched, love. You know, I think Vidya also touched, you know, bhakti movement and love. So transformation is happening, and it's happening through love, you know, it's no aggression, no violence. So that is the beauty of love, you know, and Sri Aurobindo and Mother also say that love is a transforming power, you know, love is the biggest transforming power, and we all have that capacity. Yes, Akash ji, you want to say something?
या लव का है तो बट यू नो वन दो तीन कुछ हमारे उसमें है कंफ्यूजन, समथिंग लाइक रोमांटिक लव में लोग बहुत से लोग कहते हैं कि हमें प्रेम हो गया है, वी आर इन लव, वी आर इन सेवेंथ हेवन। बट भाई कबीर जी कहे कि वो दुआ है ढाई आखिर प्रेम का, पंडित जो पढ़े हुए जो विच यूजुअली वो ह्यूमैनिटेरियन लव लार्जली लोगों में मिसिंग है, लार्जली स्टिल दे टॉक अबाउट ओके फाइन ठीक है हमारे में बहुत कुछ, हमें काइंडनेस है एंड हमें भलाई करनी है, अच्छाई करनी है, लेकिन उनके इनर मोस्ट थॉट में दे आर सेल्फिश, लाइक यू टोल्ड अभी कि हम ज्यादातर सेल्फिश हैं।
आई एम टेकिंग द लिबर्टी टू पॉज यू इन बिटवीन, एंड I'm sure you will forgive me for that.
नहीं कोई इशू नहीं।
The thing is that I am not going to use the word they. I am not going to use. So this is how I am conducting this session. I'm so sorry.
नहीं कोई इशू।
You know, the thing is, Akash ji, what happens is the moment I focus my attention on people, I slip from the biggest error that I am still making in my life, ignoring the whole being that I am, the ego that I am. So I will stay very, very close and I'll stick to my ego, because the main thing I am at is transforming this ego. So try to use in your explanations, if you cannot, you know, try to not use these words like they or people, because try to keep it as personal as possible, because what I am interested, what other people are interested in is why is it personally important to you.
नहीं मैं बताऊँ, I tell you why. So what happened, मेरा भी relationship एक cycle निकला था, intensely love with a girl and everything, 20 years passed away. तो जो experience आया वो ये आया कि उसी वक्त उसी young age में जो you know the उसको कहेंगे जो प्यार की जो एक अनुभूति होती है वो हुई, that was not just for an individual, it was there in fact for everyone. But at that young tender age उसको accept करना बड़ा difficult था सबके सामने, या दूसरों का उसको अंडरस्टैंड करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट था। आज अभिव्यक्ति कर पा रहे हैं, आज शेयर कर पा रहे हैं, तो वो लोग एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं या सुन रहे हैं। यूजुअली लोग अच्छा ये व्हाई द दे कम इज बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं पर हम दूसरों से अटैच्ड हैं, तो ये दे इसलिए निकल आता है कि जो अनुभूति हमें हुई हम चाहते हैं कि वही अनुभूति कहीं पर अन्य व्यक्तियों के साथ भी वैसा ही हो कहीं पर, तो वो एक बाउंड्री क्रॉस करते हैं अपनी, लेकिन उसके पीछे उद्देश्य यही है कि जो हमें अनुभूति हुई है, मुझे जो अनुभूति हुई है वैसी अनुभूति अगर दूसरों को भी हो जाए या ट्रिगर हो जाए एटलीस्ट, तो वो बहुत से सोल्स जो परेशान हैं या तकलीफ में हैं, जिनके माइंड परेशानी में, वो उससे वहाँ से उबर पाएंगे, दिल बी एबल टू कम आउट ऑफ इट। तो वहाँ पर इसको फिर प्लेस किया जाता है कि वो लव की जो, चलो मैं अपने लिए बात करूँगा, बात कर रहे हैं लव की, तो मेरे लिए ह्यूमैनिटेरियन लव ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है कंपेयर टू व्यक्ति विशेष लव। जबकि हम
बहुत सुंदर
तो हम, लेकिन ज़्यादातर हम अपने दायरे में, अगर अपनी भी बात करूँ तो हम सिर्फ अपनी फैमिली, अपना क्लैन, इन्हीं के बारे में बात करते हैं, हम इसके बियॉन्ड नहीं जा पाते हैं। तो मैं वो स्टेज से ऑलमोस्ट क्रॉस कर गया हूँ, उस तरफ हेड भी कर रहा हूँ, हाँ, लेकिन उसके रिसेप्टर्स नहीं मिलते हैं सोसाइटी में, बिकॉज रिसेप्टर्स में, डोंट माइंड इट, ज़्यादातर सब सेल्फिश ही हैं, और वो इतने सेल्फिश हैं कि पंडूक में ही रह रहे हैं, अपने में ही रह रहे हैं, और ना ही अपने में वर्किंग कर रहे हैं या लिमिटेड वर्किंग कर रहे हैं, और जब आउटर से इंटरेक्शन की बात आती है, चूंकि वो इनसाइड में अनडिस्कवर्ड है, तो बाहर वालों से तो वैसे ही वो अटैच नहीं हो पाते हैं। तो ये जो ह्यूमैनिटेरियन लव की बात है, यूनिवर्सल लव की बात है, ये सिर्फ बुकिश रह जाती है, थ्योरेटिकल रह जाती है, सिर्फ ये लेक्चर्स में रह जाती है, ये एक्चुअल में आ नहीं पाती है। सो आई एम पासिंग थ्रू दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टेज, ऑलमोस्ट क्रॉस थ्रू दैट स्टेज, लेकिन वो चीज़ का रिएक्शन मुझे नहीं मिलता है बाहर से, तो इसलिए दे निकल आता है कि ये लोग क्यों नहीं समझ रहे हैं। तो ये क्वेश्चन आ जाता है कि ये
जी
समझना चाहते नहीं हैं या ये जानबूझ कर उन्हें रोका हुआ है। सो
जी
दिस
जी
इज व्हाट माय थॉट इज।
जी या या so let's see what Kabir has to say on love, that the aspect that you initiated, romantic love or humanitarian love. Let's see what Kabir has to say through this doha. So Kabir is saying, पोथी पढ़ पढ़ जग मुआ, पंडित भया न कोय, ढाई आखर प्रेम का, पढ़े सो पंडित होए. Now this doha is very popular one, we all must have heard at one or other point of in our lives. The thing is that let's explore this doha first, huh? So he's saying pothi pad pad ke to pura jag, the whole world is full of institutions. The whole life of our we human beings in the contemporary world, we are full of books. Our life is full of books and philosophies, and what should be in life and what should not be in life. So philosophies पढ़ पढ़ के तो पूरा जग मुआ, but पंडित कोई नहीं बन पाया. अब पंडित, कबीर का पंडित कौन है, जरा ये समझते हैं. पंडित भया न कोई. सो कबीर के टर्म्स में रियल स्कॉलर is not the one who has read a lot, who has done PhDs on even Kabir or other people, that is not a pandit. कबीर का पंडित वो है, ढाई आखर प्रेम का, पढ़े सो पंडित होए. Now what is this ढाई आखर प्रेम का which Kabir is referring to? Because the loves that we have gone through in our lives, they appear so incomplete. They don't feel really complete. And again, I'm requesting all of you, feel free to interject, as Akash ji is doing very freely. Just feel free to say anything that you want to in between, unmute and say. So what is that ढाई आखर प्रेम का which Kabir is saying कि जो उसको पढ़ लेता है ना, वो पंडित हो जाता है. ये चक्कर क्या है? What is this chakkar that Kabir is referring to? क्योंकि I have been in so many kind of loves, parental love, ये वाला love, kiddish love, बच्चों वाला love you have for a child, love you have for a human being, love you have for your spouse, so called loves. But ये कौन सा है love जिसकी कबीर बात कर रहे हैं कि उसको पढ़े बिना चाहे तुम कितनी भी डिग्रीज हासिल कर लो, तुम पंडित नहीं हो सकते. और अगर तुमने बिना डिग्रीज के भी वो पढ़ लिया जो मैं कह रहा हूं, जो मैं इशारा कर रहा हूं, तो तुम मेरे लिए पंडित हो. कबीर का पंडित वो है. What is this love that Kabir is referring to? Because it appears that Kabir is saying something which we don't know. Because all our knowing mostly is coming from what we think is right, what we think must happen. People must behave this way. That person must behave this way. My life must behave in this manner. So that is all conditioning. Now Kabir is saying कि तुम्हारी conditioning से तुम्हें प्यार नहीं मिलने वाला. जो प्यार है अगर वो तुम पालो तो तुम रियल स्कॉलर हो जाओ. Now again, all these dohas that I have taken earlier, like 4 of them, the essence, the crux of the matter is that मन का जो मन का है, अगर वो नहीं फिरा, अगर मन का अंदर की तरफ नहीं मुड़ा, जहां उसकी रियल एसेंस छुपा है, जहां लाइट छुपी है, no matter how much of social work I may do, no matter how much of books I may read, this life story still remains incomplete. And yes, it is our own journey. We all go through all the phases. Yes, very true. But if we are interested in knowing the crux that Kabir is hinting at, Kabir is hinting at the fountain of love that is present within, जिसको कस्तूरी मृग ढूंढ रहा था बाहर. कबीर हमारे लिए सबसे उत्तम सोच के बैठे हुए हैं. हम अपने आप को इंफीरियर समझ लें, हमें लगा भाई मैं तो इसके लायक नहीं हूं, संत महापुरुष कर लें तो कर लें, वो हम सोच सकते हैं. Yes, love without any expectation and love for all. But why are we not able to do it? Why does this expectation come into picture again and again? So Kabir is kind of just, he's so loving towards ourselves, towards this fellow human beings, that he is saying, उससे पहले मत रुक जाना, उस फाउंटेन से पहले मत रुक जाना भाई, बहुत पढ़ाव आएंगे रास्ते में, लेकिन जो मैं तुम्हारे लिए सोच के बैठा हूं वो फाउंटेन है, उससे पहले मत रुकना. ये कबीर कह रहे हैं. And the moment you touch that fountain of love within, the knowledge, the divine knowledge comes, it comes down to you, because now you are worthy of spreading it everywhere. And that is why Kabir is saying कि जो वो पढ़ लेता है वो मेरा पंडित है. And that knowledge now will not be a superficial knowledge. That knowledge now will be a knowledge very, very heavy, like pregnant with depth, pregnant with transformative power to change lives. And this again, extending it to what Akash ji was so intently seeking, humanitarian love. Again, look at this humanitarian love that Kabir is showing. Kabir is not saying that, मेरा तो हो गया. वो अपने पे ही लगा हुआ है पूरे दिन, वो सूत काटता जा रहा है और ऑब्जर्व करे जा रहा है. और थ्रू दैट ही इज एक्सटेंडिंग दिस ह्यूमैनिटेरियन लव टू ऑल ऑफ अस, इवन नाउ आफ्टर like years and decades. This is love. So Kabir wants the bestest of love for us. Kabir doesn't want to stop anyway on the signposts before we reach our real destination, which is the fountain of love within. And it is a never ending journey again, because हम जिसकी तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं वो है अनंत. हम अनंत अननोएबल की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं. तो उसके अंदर हम बस ये कर सकते हैं कि शुरुआत कर दें और डीपनिंग जारी रहे. इससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. डीपनिंग जारी रहे, डीपनिंग, उस फाउंटेन का रस हम लेते रहें. सो अब जिसने वो रस ले लिया, जिसने वो 2.5 अक्षर प्रेम का पढ़ लिया, अब वो मेरा पंडित है, कबीर कहते हैं. यस. So I'll take this question. Some question has come up from Vidya. If you were to take practical examples, can you show love to all children in your classroom, regardless of who is understanding what you say and who is behaving badly, speaking in an even tone? You can do that if you are love itself. Yes, yes. And are not reacting to the other person. That's really beautiful, Vidya. Yes. And that is why even Krishnamurti, when he used to address to teachers, he would say the main task of the teacher is to evolve himself, to be himself full of love and kindness. That is the main task. He says in his own words, the whole movement of life is learning. So if at any stage of life, if I stop that, I have become what I was needed to become, and I have become a teacher and this is the best I can do, now then the problem begins. So if I take my life as a constant evolution towards my own hidden divine essence, then I am full of love, and then that love gets spilled over to even my students in the classroom. That is a beautiful example. Thank you for sharing it. Yeah. And that is so important, especially in present times, for us as parents, for us as caregivers, for us as teachers, facilitators. If we are not working on our own self, if we are not using Kabir's words for our own selves, then we cannot even extend this love to other fellow human beings. Yeah. I think there are many dohas on love which Kabir has. So in today's talk, I've taken only one. Yes. Preeti says the same applies to one who is a boss in an institution. Completely. Yes. Look at, I am really full of admiration for New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda. She is just kind of, nowadays an embodiment of what empathy is, what kindness is, what humility is. And even a true leadership, you know, she's full of love and kindness towards the fellow workers in her community, and that even, you know, gives her more power to extend it into a transformative power to do it in a kind of a outwardly way as well. So that is a very living example, I think, in contemporary world in front of us. Yeah. So I think I'll take just one doha because we've said enough. Just last doha, and then we can conclude after anybody has to say anything. Last doha, let me take up. बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा न मिलिया कोई, जो दिल खोजा आपना, मुझसे बुरा न कोई. Now this again goes to that there is so much work to be done within this small limited being that I call as myself, that, you know, there is hardly any time to talk of people and other situations. Obviously I can lend my hand to those situations and people in whatever way I can. Yes, definitely, I think we must do that. But at the same time, each and every movement of my life should become बुरा जो देखन मैं चला, बुरा ना मिलिया कोई. And if we have this attitude in life that whatever negative I am seeing in outward people and situations, I take it as a means to progress within. And extending on what Vidya just gave a beautiful example of the classroom, if I take each child, no matter how he behaves, if I take his behavior as something to deeply progress within myself, I think that is the beauty of a facilitator. So each behavior coming from a child, I take it as a challenge of how I have to be a better facilitator, not telling it to the child that you have to improve, you know, you have to work on your ways. And even discussing with the child if necessary, yes, discussing, but not blaming, no, not becoming a kind of a victim and he is that person who is doing something onto me, that he's making me stressed or ill or something else. So if I take life in that attitude, that whatever behavior I get from people, first of all, I must take stand for myself. If somebody is again and again hurting me, I must take a stand and say no to it. So that is very important. But at the same time, if no is also not happening, and if I have to live in the same situation with people and other persons, then it is very important to take everything as a means of progress. And Kabir is saying, "Jo dil khoja apna, mujhse bura na koi." And he's saying, he's referring to it as a eternal truth, because we all are coming from one. We are all are manifestations of the Brahm. So no matter what ugly picture the other person is showing me, it is a picture of myself. If I take it in that attitude and begin to take it as a step to move closer within my own essence, to work something upon me that needs to be worked upon, I think then virtually all the suffering that I am going through can be put to an end, because then everything is a joy. You know, even if a person says something insulting, now I'm wondering, why should it hurt me so much? Because I don't think what he's saying has so much of truth in it, or maybe I just take the truth from it and leave rest to it. Don't take it as a blame game. As Kabir has said, साधु ऐसा चाहिए जैसा सूप सुभाए, सार सार को गही लहे, थोथा दे उड़ाए. तो कबीर कह रहे हैं मेरा साधक तो भैया ऐसा होना चाहिए कि वो सिर्फ वो रखे जो इम्पोर्टेंट है, सिर्फ सार सार को रखे. जैसे वो गेहूं को वो पुराने जमाने में विलेजेस में वो एक जूट की बनी हुई छलनी होती है जिसमें वो ऐसे ऐसे उड़ाते हैं उसको, और जो फालतू का हस्क है वो निकल जाता है और जो हैवी ग्रेन्स हैं वो उसके अंदर रह जाते हैं. तो कबीर कह रहा है मेरा जो साधक है वो तो भैया ऐसा होना चाहिए कि जो सिर्फ काम की बात पे ध्यान दे और बाकी विक्टिम ब्लेम गेम ऑल द थिंग्स इस पे ध्यान ही ना दे. साधु ऐसा चाहिए जैसा सूप सुभाए, सार सार को गही लगे लहे, थोथा दे उड़ाए. So ending my blah blah with that. So if we can just take up a few lines from Kabir and make it our own life if we want to, that would be really so beautiful. And Kabir would be looking at us from wherever he is right now. I'm sure he is somewhere, and maybe saying these are my surmas who are ready to go ahead on this path. Yeah. So just asking if you have any comments or concluding remarks, and then we can close. You can unmute yourself and share just for conclusion, or yeah.
No, just we are all just talking about being better and working on ourselves. So something that really helped me, I'll just share that quickly.
Yes, please.
You know, because when I did this course at the Sri Aurobindo Ashram Delhi branch on yoga, and I mean, I really understood what people say yoga is actually yoga and what that means. So in that we had this lovely lectures by Dr. Bijlani, and he really made us understand things like yama and the niyamas, you know, which you have on how to become better persons. So people interested could maybe go through that, and the more you dwell on it, the more clarity you get. So that might help to some. The other practice that has really helped me is which starts as a shavasana, then maybe some go into yoga nidra, and to understand your body, and then even meditation, like starting with maybe just 1 minute or 30 seconds, whatever that one can sit on, and then how gradually, you know, you start working on your mind and you start understanding yourself better. And that is something that I'm in progress, you know, like in working on myself like that. Thank you.
That's really beautiful, Preeti, and thank you for bringing it into picture, because there has to mother also says a lot to bring peace and harmony in the cells of the body, and that really helps to even have a calmer mind as well. So I think that is a very, very important practice, and if we are really serious about this path, if we want to take it forward, I think body has to and must come into picture. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, just slow down, become more rhythmic. You'll see progress in yourself, and so just be thankful and be happy about it. You're really blessed.
Yeah.
So anyway, great being here. Love you, dear.
Thanks, Preeti.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. So anyone else, or anyone else would
Okay,
like
I'll
to
just tell one to two lines.
जी.
तो थोड़ा इससे अलग है वो ये है. Lot of us we have all involved ourselves with yoga asanas and it's their entire word. But those are important elements in which we all are missing. And what is that is, one is yoga asanas, one is bhav yoga. There's a full chapters on bhavna yoga and bhav yoga. And then it is then just yoga, nothing else. And that yoga has got nothing to do with yoga asanas and stretches. It is just a yogic way of a life जो अभी तक भारत में भी टच नहीं हुआ है. Now, and the middle part is that bhav yoga and bhavana yoga. Very few people have subtle, where they have tried to touch upon it, but that will be the next element to be touched by the people who are practicing yoga asanas, because yoga asanas is almost getting saturated in our lives. लेकिन जो शांति जो हमें मिलनी है या मुझे भी जो मिली वो है वो भाव योग और फिर वो एक्चुअली योगिक लाइफ में जाना, एंड वो कहीं पर मिस है. उस पे लोगों का हमारा हम सबका ध्यान कम है, एंड उसके ऊपर ड्वेल हमें करना चाहिए, बिकॉज आसनास की एक लिमिटेशंस है. आसनास एक लेवल तक बायोलॉजिकली और थेरापॉटिकली हमें हैंडल कर सकते हैं, उसके बियॉन्ड वो नहीं जा सकते हैं. एंड भाव योग ही वहीं पर हमें आगे फाइनली योग की तरफ लेके जाएगा. सो दिस इज दिस थॉट.
Thank you for sharing, Akashji. Anybody else? Thank you. Anybody else, would you like to share any concluding? Preeti wants to say something.
No, just responding again to Akashji.
Definitely.
Please visit Sri Aurobindo Ashram, and I'm sure even Grosnick Center, and you must have. बहुत योग की तरफ लोग जा रहे हैं, और वो ऐसे लोग हम मेरी लाइफ से मैंने देखा है. So yeah, things are changing. So yes, and you're right. I totally understand with that. Yogasana is just the hatha yoga practice, and we have to. What we are doing is towards Raja Yoga. Yeah.
Preeti, I would like to just, I don't know, too naive in this aspect, but I would like to touch upon this. When mother says that do everything as an offering to me, so even the Hatha Yoga, if I am doing, as an
Yes,
offering to the
yes,
mother, it has, then you can give it the touch of that bhav that
absolutely.
Akash, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes, absolutely.
yeah,
That is what happens with the people who hold the posture
yeah,
and they
yeah,
connect to their breath. So they are at, there are levels and stages of even Hatha Yoga. Yes.
yeah,
And
yeah.
usse chakras khulte. I mean, that's very deep science in itself again then. And
Okay.
some people through that
Yeah,
touch the divine. So that's okay. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
True that. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Okay. So would anybody else like to have any concluding sentences or remarks, or shall we just say goodbye for the day? Okay. Okay, so in that case, thanks for joining, and I had a really good time. I don't know about you. I'm sure some of us had, and we'll keep you in touch. Those of us who want to be in touch about these upcoming sessions, they can just type their name or number in the chat window, and then we can, keep them informed of the next upcoming sessions. So yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Thank you.